Nintendo has announced a release compilation of well-known Super Mario games for Nintendo's history with a timely catch. Hello there, my name is J-Kid, the Minister of Otaku, with the periodic news brief. Today, on September 3rd, 2020, Nintendo released the 35th anniversary of the Super Mario Bros. Series, along with a new Twitter account announcing the anniversary event. The company also released a Super Mario Bros. Themed Nintendo Direct, where it's announced that Super Mario 3D All-Stars is going to be available. A compilation of free Super Mario games. Super Mario 64 from the Nintendo 64, Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo GameCube, and Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii U. These three platforms are classic games on their own right, but there are major caveats. First, the game will have a limited print run. As you can see here, a limited production of Super Mario 3D All-Stars launches exclusively for the Nintendo Switch family of systems on September 18th, and will be available until approximately March 31st, 2021. This means the game will be available on retail individually from September 18th, 2020 to March 31st, 2021. This alone was sent by Scalpers and eBay vultures that will suck up all the physical pre-orders and available copies and have the price of the game double, twice, or three times the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Second, all three of the games are simple console ports. They're not enhanced ports or remakes. They're simple transfer ports, with all the visuals just upscaled to high definition. Worse, there are no enhancements. You cannot play these games with a Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. You have to use the standard controller with the detached Joy-Cons. Discontinuing Nintendo games is not new, because the company does not operate as a video game company, but as a toy company. Metropolitian Trilogy was one such discontinued game until it was released on the Nintendo eShop on January 2015. Now was the NES and SNES Classic Editions, which had a limited print run and was scalped and vultured endlessly by eBayers. Finally, there was also a game called Xenoblade Chronicles, a game that was also in limited printing, and it had an exclusive contract by GameStop to distribute the game in North America. That game quickly went out of print and was sold on eBay for $90 until the release of the game was available as the Definitive Edition on Nintendo's eShop. The game's impending release was discussed on Reddit and 4chan. Here's a few highlights from them. I already knew Nintendo was so out of touch nowadays, but a limited time, not even improving anything, just a straight up port collection of old games? I know people gobble up anything they put out, but that's honestly ridiculous. Is it just to double down on a scarcity that plays the Switch? Apparently, Nintendo thinks gimmicks such as Disney Vault are great, viable business decisions. They need to hire a young person to sit on their boardroom meeting purely to tell them why their ideas are bad. And it makes a lot of sense because for a lot of Japanese companies, the board of directors are full of old men. They're very conservative and they don't want to change unless they're forced to. Now, Apply says, oh, they're not out of touch. They're just Pete scummy. It's fear of missing out times 100. Imagine if Activision or EA tried to pull shit like this. $60 US dollars for a port, not a remaster, and having it available through a limited time only. Haha. This post makes sense because when video game companies do ports, they make some sort of bare minimum effort enhancing the port but upgrade the visuals and selling it for a relatively low cost. Only a full remake is well worth the full price of $59.99. I mean $59.99. I'm glad that all the classic versions of these games are going to be available, although I do kind of wish 64 got some sort of visual overhaul included within the package as well. But what the hell is this limited release? I could almost justify the limited number of physical copies being available at launch because of the beer bug, but it also sounds from the press release that the digital edition is going to be pulled off the eShop in March. Like, huh? I get the whole argument of artificial scarcity will force people to buy it. But this is Mario we're talking about. This game will keep selling characters at full price for many years to come. First party Nintendo games usually have legs. It doesn't make sense how this makes sense from the financial or PR perspective. Caution Kick Ass says, yeah, that was my reaction too. People saying that they're probably going to selling these games individually for $40 are most likely right. I don't see any other reason to do this. But then again, the Mario Battle Royale is free for Nintendo Online users, and that also stops being available at the same time. So either they're planning to sell that one too, or the free period is just a trial, or something else is going on. I agreed about the official schedule. I mean, they're always selling digitally, so what is it going? What else do they want? You can't resell a digital copy anyway. The only thing they could do is sell it again, but they're always selling it. So what the fuck? Another post reads, no reworked textures, no boosted frame rate for the earlier games, no Super Mario Galaxy 2, just an all-round minimal effort. Super Mario All-Stars was a great remastering. This one is just marketing. This post makes a lot of sense because seriously, Super Mario All-Stars is how you do a remake. Update graphics, update music, at the bare minimum, a release and a port to a better console than the previous ones should be like this. At the bare minimum, you should have upgrade graphics, visuals, updated music, and minor and major fixes to bugs and glitches. But he has a point. Where is Super Mario Galaxy 2? Why is it not in the compilation release? What happened to it? Is it something that is causing Super Mario Galaxy 2 to be missing? I've literally not been this happy in years. I'm crying tears of joy. I love Nintendo so fucking much. I mean, it's not remastered, but Super Mario fucking Galaxy and Sunshine in HD, motherfuckers! The next post gives you the reality of the port. It's basically direct port, just upscaled, not remastered, same broken blue coins in Mario Sunshine, same broken camera in 64, have to wiggle the Joy-Con to play Galaxy, no Galaxy 2, $60. Sold. Day 1. Sunshine still runs at 30 frames per second. Direct ports with minor graphical enhancements. 64 in Sunshine still at 30 frames per second. No Galaxy 2, $60. Upscale ports. Disappointing but not surprising. Imagine paying $60 for a game you can already play for free at an emulator. Pretty underwhelming. The music library is the only interesting feature. The SNES version of All-Stars had way more effort put into it. Holy shit. He's not lying though. They literally did. He just says, bye-bye. Did you not watch the fucking video? Jesus Christ. Nintendo Store only, or eBay after Scalpers. This refers to the fact that the game, even though it's available for pre-order at Nintendo Store and Best Buy, it's gonna get scalped by vultures hard. Limited physical release, so Scalpers are going to make it impossible to get a game for less than $200. Always has me disinterested. Limited digital release until March 2021. For what fucking reason? Classic Nintendo creating artificial demand by limiting supply and then never filling the demand and just making everyone angry. No Galaxy 2, basically zero graphical enhancements, limited availability. This is their 35th anniversary game. Why even bother? Just eliminate all free and get better quality for free. Because this isn't meant for PCs. It's supposed to cash in on the general consumers for nostalgia, and to get the new consumers hooked into Super Mario Bros. Does anyone care that this digital available game re-released on March? Or was nobody paying attention to that part? Did they enhance them like the SNES All-Stars games? This is just ports. Nintendo sure hates customers now. Most Switch players are too young to have a Wii, let alone a GameCube or Nintendo 64, and they certainly don't know what a dolphin is. This collection would be a massive hit, and maybe a physical collector's items if Nintendo never reprints it with some. Due overwhelming fan response, we've decided to is not lit at all. I mean, seriously. Seriously. Here's a few more. Here's a few more posts. Nope. Digital sale of this game will also end on March 31st. I don't get the business decision behind this. You spend many hours playing games, but then limit their possible revenue in the long run? Nintendo is probably reviewing Super Mario 35, which is a Battle Royale game, which is also a limited release, but not only a limited release, but a limited playable release. They will also expire on March 31st, 2021. They're probably reviewing Super Mario Bros. 35 as Mario into more than a new game release. It's supposed to generate hype and get people talking about Mario, not directly generate money. Nintendo doesn't want to be stuck supporting and maintaining it long term, and making it fair for a million time makes it more like an event, so people are more likely to play it while they can. Nintendo is also probably expecting that the SMB 35 player base will be mostly gone by the end of March, since again, it's probably a marketing tool and only secondary a game. So is the 3D All-Star games worth it? If you already played these games before, no, because it's a straight port for newcomers. Thus, if you're a newcomer to the Super Mario Bros. Series, or one who just want to play a game for the memories and nostalgia, and me, personally, I haven't played the Super Mario games before as a platformer. I only played the Paper Mario series and the Mario Party series of games for the Nintendo 64 and the Mario RPG series. So if you haven't played the games before, these platformer games like me, or just want convenient way to play them, yes, go ahead and buy it. But I advise you, if you want the physical copies, pre-order now, because the eBay vultures are already on it. That's the news brief for today. If you have any news stories you want me to cover, please contact me through my Twitter account at Ministry of Otaku, or directly in my email address at ministryofotaku@gmail.com. We'll see you on the next one.